Imagine if you could change your entire reality in just 4 minutes. Sounds impossible, right? But Neville Goddard, one of the most powerful teachers of manifestation, believed otherwise. He revealed a method so effective that those who use it often call it miraculous. Yet most people have never even heard of it. Neville Goddard wasn't just another self-help guru. He was a visionary who taught that imagination is the only reality. He claimed that what you assume to be true in your mind must eventually take shape in the physical world. And here's the shocking part. The reason most people fail to manifest what they desire isn't because it's difficult. It's because they don't know how to do it correctly. In this video, we're revealing a simple but incredibly powerful method that can help you manifest anything in just 4 minutes. This technique is based on Neville Goddard's teachings, but with a twist, one that makes it even more effective. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step process you can start using tonight to attract what you want effortlessly. Stay with us until the end, because missing even one step could mean the difference between success and failure. And trust me, once you see how easy this is, you'll wonder why no one ever taught you this before. Welcome to Manifest with Neville Living, where we unlock the secrets to a Manifest with Neville life. If you're ready to transform your reality, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey. Let's begin. Before we dive into the actual method, we need to understand the core principle behind it. Without this, the technique won't work no matter how many times you try it. Neville Goddard taught something radical. Imagination is the only reality. He didn't just mean that imagination influences reality. He meant that everything you experience in the physical world is a direct reflection of what you assume to be true in your mind. If you can hold a thought with absolute conviction, the external world has no choice but to shape itself around that thought. This is where most people go wrong. They focus on what they see rather than what they believe. They look at their empty bank account, their unfulfilling job, or their broken relationships and assume these are fixed realities. But Neville argued that the only thing keeping these circumstances alive is the belief that they are permanent. Change the belief and the world must follow. But here's the secret. It's not enough to think about what you want. You must feel it as though it has already happened. This is the key to manifestation. If you desire wealth, you can't just visualize money. You have to feel the security, the freedom, and the joy of already having it. If you want love, don't wish for it. Feel the warmth, the connection, and the happiness of being deeply loved. Neville often asked his students, would you believe in the reality of your wish if all the signs of the world denied it? This is the real test. Your imagination must become more real to you than your current circumstances. Once you master this, reality has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your assumption. Now that you understand this fundamental truth, let's move on to the exact steps you need to take to manifest anything in just 4 minutes. This is a simple 5-step process, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. When done correctly, it can transform your reality faster than you think. Step 1, relaxation. The first step is to quiet your mind. Find a space where you won't be disturbed. Sit or lie down comfortably and take slow, deep breaths. The goal is to enter a state of deep relaxation because a restless mind blocks manifestation. Neville often spoke about the power of the state akin to sleep, that dreamy, relaxed state between waking and sleeping. This is the gateway to your subconscious mind, where all creation happens. Step 2, define your desire. Clarity is crucial. You must know exactly what you want. Do you want financial freedom, a loving relationship, perfect health? Whatever it is, be specific. Don't just wish for more money or happiness. Define it. How much money? What kind of happiness? The clearer your desire, the stronger its pull on reality. Step 3, visualization. Close your eyes and imagine a scene that implies your desire has already come true. If you want wealth, picture yourself checking your bank account and seeing the exact amount you desire. If it's love, imagine holding hands with your partner, feeling the warmth and connection between you. Persons start by assuming friendly interactions and positive connections. As you build momentum, your belief strengthens and bigger manifestations become easier. Now, let's talk about how to integrate this method into your daily life so that it becomes second nature. The truth is, you're always manifesting whether you realize it or not. Your dominant thoughts and feelings are shaping your reality every moment. So the goal isn't just to practice for 4 minutes and then forget about it. It's to shift your entire mindset. One way to do this is through mental diet. Neville taught that what you consistently feed your mind determines what you experience. This means eliminating doubt, fear, and negative assumptions throughout your day. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are they in alignment with your desire, or are they reinforcing what you don't want? Every time you catch yourself worrying or doubting, stop and correct it. Assume the best, not the worst. Another powerful tool is inner dialogue. We all have an ongoing conversation in our minds, and most people unconsciously reinforce their current reality through self-talk. But you can change this. Instead of saying, "I don't know if this will work," tell yourself it is already done. Instead of thinking, "I hope things change," affirm, "My reality is shifting now." The more you do this, the faster your subconscious accepts it as truth. A great way to reinforce your new assumptions is by using external triggers. For example, every time you check the time, take a deep breath and affirm your desire as already fulfilled. When you walk through a doorway, remind yourself of your new state of being. These tiny habits, done consistently, create massive shifts. But here's the most important part: persistence. Most people give up too soon because they don't see immediate results. They assume nothing is happening, so they fall back into old patterns. But manifestation isn't about instant gratification. It's about unwavering faith. Neville often said, "You must remain faithful to your assumption, no matter what appears to be." This means that even if your current reality contradicts your vision, you don't waver. You don't check for proof. You don't let external circumstances dictate your inner state. You persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled until reality has no choice but to conform. Neville Goddard's teachings revolve around a profound yet simple truth. Imagination is the only reality. This means that the world you experience is not separate from your thoughts and assumptions. It is a reflection of them. Most people believe reality is something fixed, independent of their mind, but Neville argued that everything in the physical world is shaped by what you assume to be true within yourself. Your imagination is not just a tool for daydreaming or entertainment. It is the creative force behind your life. When you hold a thought with absolute conviction, reality has no choice but to conform to it. This is because your subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It only responds to the assumptions you accept as true. If you assume success, opportunities will begin to appear. If you assume failure, obstacles will continue to show up. Your life is always mirroring your dominant beliefs, whether you are aware of it or not. One of the most powerful examples of this is how people unknowingly manifest their fears. Someone who constantly worries about financial hardship, for instance, will keep encountering circumstances that confirm their belief. They may believe they are simply reacting to real events, but in truth, those events are a product of their inner assumptions. The same applies to positive outcomes. Those who confidently assume wealth, happiness, and love will find their external world reshaping itself to match their inner conviction. Neville taught that the key to transformation lies in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. He often asked, "Would you believe in the reality of your wish if all the signs of the world denied it?" This is the real test of imagination. It is easy to believe in something when external circumstances support it, but true manifestation happens when you persist in an assumption despite contrary evidence. When you can hold an inner vision with unwavering faith, reality must shift to match it. Many people struggle with this because they focus too much on what their senses are telling them. If their bank account is empty, they assume they are broke. If they are single, they assume love is out of reach. But Neville taught that the external world is not cause, it is effect. The cause is always within. To change your life, you must first change your assumptions. This is not about wishful thinking or positive affirmations alone. It is about fully embodying the state of your desire, feeling it as if it is already real. When you do this consistently, the world will reflect it back to you. Once you understand that imagination is the only reality, you will realize that nothing is truly out of reach. You are not bound by circumstances. You are shaping them with every thought, every assumption, and every belief. The moment you accept this truth and apply it with faith, your world will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. Neville Goddard's 4-minute manifestation method is a simple yet powerful process designed to reshape your reality quickly and effectively. Many people believe that manifestation requires long hours of meditation or complex rituals, but Neville taught that it is not the length of time that matters. It is the intensity of belief and emotion. This method, when done correctly, can produce profound changes in just a few minutes a day. The process consists of 5 essential steps. The first step is relaxation. To access the subconscious mind, you must enter a calm and receptive state. This is best achieved by finding a quiet place where you won't be disturbed and taking slow, deep breaths. The goal is to reach a relaxed, almost drowsy state, what Neville called the state akin to sleep. This dreamy, in-between state is where your subconscious is most open to suggestion. If your mind is restless or filled with doubt, your manifestation efforts will be blocked. So relaxation is crucial. The second step is defining your desire with absolute clarity. Many people fail to manifest what they want because they are vague about their desires. Instead of saying, "I want more money," be specific. How much do you want? Instead of saying, "I want love," imagine the exact kind of relationship you desire. The clearer your intention, the easier it is for your mind to accept it as reality. This step is about focusing your energy and eliminating uncertainty. Next comes visualization, one of the most powerful tools in manifestation. Close your eyes and create a mental scene that implies your desire has already been fulfilled. If you want financial success, imagine yourself checking your bank account and seeing the exact amount you desire. If you want love, imagine holding hands with your partner, feeling their warmth and experiencing deep connection. The key here is detail. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? How does it feel? The more vivid your mental picture, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. The fourth and most important step is emotional engagement. This is where many people go wrong. They visualize their desires but fail to feel them. Neville emphasized that feeling is the secret. Your subconscious does not respond to words or images alone. It responds to emotion. You must generate the exact feelings you would have if your desire were already fulfilled. If it's financial abundance, feel the relief and security. If it's love, feel the warmth and joy. The stronger your emotions, the faster your reality shifts. Finally, repetition is key. This process should be done daily, ideally for 4 minutes before sleep or right after waking up. When your mind is most impressionable, the more consistently you repeat it, the more natural it becomes. And once your subconscious fully accepts it as true, the physical world will align to match it. This simple yet powerful method works because it speaks directly to the subconscious, which shapes all of your experiences. When done correctly, it can bring rapid and extraordinary results. The power of assumption is the true key to manifestation. Neville Goddard taught that the world does not respond to wishes, hopes, or even desires. It responds to what you assume to be true. Assumption is not just thinking about something you want, it is the deep, unwavering belief that it is already yours. When you fully accept something as true in your mind, the external world must conform to match that inner reality. Your subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It only reacts to what you repeatedly assume and feel to be true. If you assume success, success will find you. If you assume struggle, obstacles will continue to appear. This is why some people seem to attract constant difficulties while others effortlessly achieve their goals. It all comes down to their dominant assumptions. One of Neville's most powerful teachings is that assumption is stronger than external circumstances. Many people let the outside world dictate their beliefs. If they see an empty bank account, they assume they are broke. If they are single, they assume love is out of reach. But Neville argued that the physical world is only a reflection of the assumptions you have held in the past. To change your life, you must first change what you accept as true internally. The key to making this work is feeling. You cannot simply tell yourself, "I am wealthy" or "I am loved" without actually believing and feeling it. The assumption must be so real to you that it feels like an undeniable fact, even before any physical evidence appears. This is why Neville often asked, "Would you believe in the reality of your wish if all the signs of the world denied it?" The real test of manifestation is holding on to your assumption even when nothing in the outside world seems to support it. This concept applies to every area of life. If you assume that opportunities are always coming your way, they will. If you assume people treat you with kindness and respect, that is the reality you will experience. If you assume that success is difficult and out of reach, you will encounter endless struggles. Your assumptions shape your experiences whether you realize it or not. To apply this principle effectively, you must not only practice assumption during visualization but also maintain it throughout your daily life. If you visualize wealth for 4 minutes at night, but spend the rest of the day worrying about money, you are assuming lack, and that is what will manifest. If you imagine love but spend your day doubting yourself, you are assuming loneliness, and that is what will continue. The secret is to live from your assumption, not just think about it occasionally. Walk, talk, and act as if your desire is already fulfilled. Ask yourself, if my wish had already come true, how would I feel? How would I think? How would I behave? Then start being that person now. When you fully embody the state of the wish fulfilled, reality has no choice but to align with your belief. Consistency is the key to manifestation. It is not enough to visualize your desires once or twice and then return to old patterns of doubt and fear. Neville Goddard taught that assumption creates reality, but for this to work, you must persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This means holding on to your belief even when there is no physical evidence to support it. The more consistently you assume your desire is already yours, the faster it will manifest in your reality. Many people fail at manifestation because they treat it like a temporary exercise. They visualize their desires for a few minutes but then spend the rest of the day contradicting that belief with negative thoughts and actions. For example, someone may visualize financial abundance at night, but then wake up and immediately stress about their bills. This inconsistency sends mixed signals to the subconscious mind, keeping them stuck in their current reality. Neville emphasized that your dominant state of mind is what shapes your world, not just a few moments of positive thinking. Manifestation is not something you do for a few minutes and then forget about. It is a way of being. If you truly believe that your desire is already fulfilled, you will think, feel, and act accordingly throughout the day. Your inner state must remain stable, regardless of what your senses tell you. One of the most powerful ways to stay consistent is through repetition. Neville recommended practicing the 4-minute manifestation technique daily, ideally before sleep or immediately after waking up. These are the times when your mind is most receptive, making it easier to impress new beliefs onto the subconscious. By repeating the process night after night, you reinforce the assumption that your desire is already a reality. But true consistency goes beyond structured visualization. It is about maintaining the feeling of the wish fulfilled in all aspects of life. Instead of reacting to the world based on your current circumstances, start responding as if your desire has already come true. If you are manifesting success, walk and speak with the confidence of someone who is already successful. If you are manifesting love, carry yourself with the energy of someone who is deeply loved and cherished. Doubt is the biggest enemy of manifestation, and the only way to overcome it is through persistence. There may be times when it feels like nothing is happening, but this is when consistency matters most. Neville often said that the moment you give up, you stop the process of creation. Reality is always shifting to match your inner world, but you must hold on to your belief long enough for it to manifest. The truth is, everyone is already manifesting their reality, whether they realize it or not. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simply consistency. The people who manifest their dreams are the ones who refuse to accept anything less. They live in the assumption of their desire every single day until the world has no choice but to conform. When you commit to this level of persistence, nothing is out of reach. Starting small builds confidence in manifestation. Many people struggle with the idea of consciously creating their reality because they attempt to manifest something so big that their mind immediately resists it. Neville Goddard often advised his students to begin with small, simple manifestations, things that are believable to them, so they could prove to themselves that assumption truly creates reality. These small successes strengthen belief, making it easier to manifest bigger desires over time. If someone who has struggled financially for years suddenly tries to assume they are a millionaire, their logical mind might reject it. Doubt will creep in, and their subconscious will not fully accept the new assumption. However, if they start by manifesting something small, such as an unexpected gift, a free meal, or a small amount of money, they will begin to see proof that their assumptions shape reality. As they accumulate more success, their belief in the process grows, and they gain the confidence to manifest larger desires. A great way to begin is by setting the intention to manifest something minor but specific, such as hearing a particular phrase from someone, receiving a free cup of coffee, or encountering a certain color car multiple times in a day. These small manifestations happen quickly and reinforce the understanding that reality responds to assumption. Neville shared many stories of people who started small and later went on to manifest incredible things. One woman used his technique to get a free theater ticket simply by assuming that she was already attending the show. Another man who initially doubted manifestation decided to test the method by assuming he had received an unexpected sum of money. Within days, he received a check he had completely forgotten about. These experiences proved to them that assumption works, giving them the confidence to manifest larger desires. The key is consistency and patience. Just as a muscle strengthens with repeated use, the ability to manifest strengthens with practice. Each successful manifestation, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that imagination creates reality. Over time, what once seemed impossible becomes natural. This is why Neville encouraged his students to focus on the feeling of certainty rather than the size of the desire. The universe does not differentiate between small and large manifestations. It only responds to belief. Once you see that even the smallest assumptions become reality, you will realize there is no limit to what you can create. As confidence grows, so does the willingness to assume bigger and bolder realities. What once seemed difficult or unattainable begins to feel inevitable. This shift in mindset is what allows people to go from manifesting small daily events to completely transforming their lives. By starting small, you remove resistance and build a foundation of trust in the process. And once you know, beyond any doubt, that assumption creates reality, you will no longer wonder if manifestation works. You will simply use it effortlessly to create the life you desire. And when it does, you'll realize that what once seemed like magic is actually law. You'll look back and wonder why you ever doubted. Because the truth is, you were always the creator. You just needed to remember your power. So will you try this tonight? Will you take just 4 minutes to shift your reality? If you do, and if you stay committed, you will see results. And once you do, your life will never be the same. Thank you for watching Manifest with Neville. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Now go, assume boldly, believe completely, and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. Manifesting your desires doesn't have to be complicated. Neville Goddard's 4-minute method proves that with the right focus, assumption, and feeling, you can reshape your reality faster than you ever imagined. The process is simple. Relax, define your desire, visualize it vividly, feel the emotions as if it's already yours, and repeat the process daily. Yet, it's this very simplicity that makes it so powerful. The real key is consistency. This isn't a one-time exercise. It's a shift in how you think and feel. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and soon you won't just be trying to manifest. You'll be living as if your wish is already fulfilled. That's when true transformation happens. If you're skeptical, start small. Manifest something simple, a free cup of coffee, an unexpected compliment, or a small financial gain. Once you see results, you'll build trust in the process, and that trust will allow you to manifest even greater things. When you experience firsthand that assumption creates reality, you will understand that there are no limits to what you can achieve. So, are you ready to put this to the test? Will you take just 4 minutes today to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled? Trust the process, stay committed, and most importantly, believe. Because the moment you fully accept that your desires are already yours, your world will begin to reflect that truth. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever tried Neville Goddard's manifestation techniques? What have you manifested so far? Share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to Manifestation and Personal Transformation. Your dream life is closer than you think. Keep believing, keep assuming, and watch your reality transform. See you in the next video.